And the news this morning.
50.
Hey, this is Freddie Velour at 950 Ent Radio, baby. We back.
Hi, it's PRG Black representing 950 Entertainment.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's your girl Chantel.
And she's telling it all.
Telling it all.
It's your boy, Tell It Like It Is, Mr. Kobe. That's it, just Kobe. Ain't no fancy AKA, just Kobe.
Nothing else, just Kobe?
Just Kobe right
All right, that's
now.
what's up. We're going to ride with that.
You gotta have
Right
more
now.
enthusiasm than that. What? Say your name again. Who are you, son?
I'm Kobe, Mr. Controversy.
Let's get it.
Oh, there
we
There you
go.
go.
There we go.
Call me Mr. Controversy. That's how we doing.
I'll think of this AKA later. You know?
All right. No dope.
So in news, Migos.
Yeah, I guess Migos, well, particularly Offset, is under fire for I guess he was I don't know what the song name is, but he was in a song saying I don't vibe with you queers, and I guess the LGBT community was
God.
put him under fire for that. And then I guess Cardi B also came to his defense and got on Instagram and said, if you look up the word and how it's defined, the LGBT community can't really get mad for that word if you really want to get technical. So if you're breaking it down, I mean, I'm kind of on that type of side. Like, we're gonna break down what the word means, and I'm gonna show you how you're wrong. So I can kind of see both points, but at the same time, it's like if you use it for what it's defined for, that's
Well, what was it meant for, though? What was the intention when he said it?
I guess he said I don't vibe, but queers could also mean weirdos. So it could fit either type of
Right,
Either
that's
seat.
what he was saying. But then he claimed that he didn't know that when you say queer,
Come on.
you're talking about gay people.
Come on. That's
He posted the definition and everything. Aren't they from Atlanta?
that's
Yeah.
common
Okay,
knowledge.
so there we go.
Well, when as a people did we get so sensitive? Like everybody's so sensitive
That's
lately
why
and
Dave
touchy.
Chappelle said that he was quitting comedy because people are too sensitive.
Yeah, I see
like
that.
baby.
Too
Correct.
sensitive.
Way too sensitive.
I guess because now it's out there. I guess because it's out there now where everybody's so much more open.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, you're talking about a transsexual person, or especially with the whole Caitlyn Jenner issue. So now it's like these words are
The genuine
extremely
issue, too.
sensitive. Oh my God,
crazy.
right.
I feel like Eminem came out the gate with this kind of controversy. So I don't feel like we should be giving Offset that. Like, Eminem came out the gate just.
He was saying straight faggots.
Yeah,
and
he
was
said
saying all
it what
types of-
30 times on his record, and
then came out with Elton John and MTV Awards. Like, come on, switched it on y'all.
I mean, I could see back then why they would be in an uproar as the LGBT community, but if you really want to get technical, it means something else. Like, that's just what the slang terminology for, like, I guess using it as a slur to them. You know what I'm saying? To the LGBT community. But
Who is this something? I feel like this is something that the media just kind of like makes up. Because at the end of the day, who is this group of people that feels
They.
Who? Well, who are they?
Right.
What are their names? Like, where does this source
It's
come
just they.
from?
T-H-E-Y.
I feel like one person comes and just makes up shit, so we can all beef and be. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, who are these group of people that I feel offended by this?
Oh, well, first of all, I'm just now seeing that it's not just LGBT, it's LGBTQ.
Oh God.
And the Q stands
okay.
for queer.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
show of hands how many of y'all have
I
known
get
there
it.
was a Q in that.
Nah.
Okay.
Was that like a 2018 addendum? I didn't
That's
know.
the politically charged term.
How many letters are gonna add to this? LGBTQ.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't know about that, so.
That's.
I mean, dude should have known it was going to be controversial when he said it.
I mean,
he can't sit there and say he didn't know.
Yeah, I feel like he knew, but I feel like he's trying to play it safe, which,
Right.
if we break it down, we can't really prove that he knew, but it's probably safe to say he did. But, I don't know.
If you're going
I
to say
think
it,
he knew.
bro, stand up on it.
Yeah, that's
if
what
that's
I
what
feel
you're gonna say. Don't. I hate that. That's like pop shit and apologize. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna say it, and that's who you are, that's how you feel, then stand on it and deal with the repercussions.
Don't try to
But when
cover
you do
it
that,
up.
you know ain't no recovering. You know.
So don't
now
say it
it's
then.
like a hate thing. And
So what my thing is, why say it and then retract it and apologize? If you're gonna apologize, just don't even say it in the first place.
Facts.
I mean, if
and
we
go a different route.
If we look at the Migos, just like on the Everyday Struggle interview, maybe they just can't. Maybe they don't know how to articulate themselves good. Like there's a lot of times they don't do interviews because of that. So
That's a possibility.
maybe they really didn't. Maybe he really didn't know because they're But I feel like he did know, but we can't really. We would just be speculating if we said he knew. There's no like
True, no one
anything
knows.
to latch
Right.
on
Except him.
to say that he did know. You know what I
right.
mean?
And it was off the Boss Life song, and it goes. Pinky ring crystal clear, 40K spent on a private lair, 60K solitaire. I cannot vibe with queers.
I like the way you recited that though.
You could have found another word, or just change that whole verse. Because
just-
if it was starting off like that,
It just rhymed. So I did, yeah. Speaking of Migos and Everyday Struggle, they got a new host.
Yes, they got a Star from Star and Buckwild, and I feel like a lot of people don't know who Star is, but for those that don't know, he's kind of like the pioneer of like the shock jock wave. Like outside of Howard Stern, they say like he before there was Charlemagne, before Joe Budden, academics, and all these people that
There was
like
Star,
Ebro, there was Star.
He was the original
He was the
shock
original
jock.
shock jock. And
Hip-hop
Star and
shock
Ebro don't like each other.
no, Star don't like nobody though. He don't really get along with anybody.
Wasn't he the original? He deemed himself like the hater or something like
an
that.
objective hater. He says that
he's
he has,
kind of right.
Yeah, he was the original hater.
But he has like a philosophy that he said he's from what he says, because I've followed him throughout the years. I've followed him a lot. So like he says that he's a player hater, not or no, he's not a player hater. He's an objective hater, and that there's a difference between the two. But I don't know. I'd have to really.
How was he on the show? Because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen it.
Honestly,
I feel like he'll be a good fit.
Honestly, he's kind of saving the show a little bit. There's
Yeah.
still a big group, the dislike people in the comments. They're trying to hard every episode to put as much dislikes on the show until Joe comes back. But
It's crazy. Those same people hated Joe when he was on it. Now that he's
that's why they're
gone,
saying
y'all
Star's
crying.
a good fit because everybody hates Star right now. But Star was calling actually academics out on the first show. He said because academics tried to say R.I.P. Fredo Santana, and Star just blew up like you can't be saying this R.I.P. stuff when you were calling him the demon of Chirac on your Chirac channel.
Facts.
So when he did that, it was like everybody was like, whoa, it woke everybody up. So like, I looked at the views, and the views are at like 400,000, and they weren't getting that when after Joe left. They were getting like 60,000. They were getting like little views and then Star on there. So I think Star would be a good fit, but I don't think Complex really knows what they got themselves into with
Academics
Star.
cannot.
Because he really like pushes the envelope more than anybody ever has. with Star.
Academics cannot step foot in Chicago, guy. He's done.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would if he could.
Yeah, he had an issue with Vic Mensa too, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't playing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mess with
Speaking
Chicago.
of Vic Mensa just dissed Joe Budden too, but I think
Really?
I think all these rappers coming out and dissing him now after he's publicly said I'm not rapping no more. I think it's weak. Like Drake, where were you 2 years ago? Why are you dissing him? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the flavor of the month.
Joe Budden right now he has a brand new baby, beautiful girl, or baby moms, hopefully wife soon. He ain't thinking about nothing.
Nah, he shouldn't be. Not
I
at
was
this
about
point.
to say this is the moment he's been waiting for his whole life.
Exactly.
I mean, he's nicer
and
than.
if he really wanted to,
Yeah, he's nicer than most of these cats taking
I
shots
don't
at
even think
him.
he should revisit the whole Drake situation because, did you hear them tracks in 2006?
Yeah.
That he shouldn't. It's like, what is there to say now?
Yeah.
And it's not like Drake's coming back. He's coming with little subliminal, patty cake type of disses.
But why now? I mean, at this point, why? Why even revisit
You
it?
know what I think it is? I think back then, Joe Budden was just had his podcast. I think that was before Everyday Struggle. Now the Everyday Struggle was out and it became on the forefront of the culture for commentary. I think now Drake is looking at him like, well, now you're relevant enough for me to play this game with you. But now Joe Budden's like, I've already been there, done that.
Right, that's 2 years ago, bro.
Because everybody, the Migos, Vic Mensa, Eminem, everybody's trying to take a shot at Joe Budden now and rap when Joe Budden's not rapping no more. I love Eminem, but I just feel like it's whack. Like, don't diss the man when he said, or not really for Eminem, but more so for Drake. Like, you did not respond to anything this man had to say 2 years ago. Don't come out here now, because this is like, he dissed him for the second time on Migos Culture 2 that just dropped. Like, he did it again. So it's like, bro, you just need to, you didn't want the sauce 2 years ago. Don't come out here now and I can't respect that.
Come on, guys.
Come on.
950 ENT Radio, man.
Kuko, chip, and she said, I want daddy, I want daddy. Tell him I want daddy, and that she's speaking to my ear. I really don't know what she means. She's talking about that extra, but she's talking about that D. If she's talking about that demo, when you out and talk to me. Cause I've been on the road, mama, no education. I've been on the road, mama, no vacation. I've been on hold, like calling radio stations. I'm losing control, like I'm drunk road raging. Tell him I want to kill it, but I know felonies. I'm feeling nice. I'm racing out of my daydream, slipping into my nightmare like Freddy Krueger can't break me. Candyman can't take me. Things aren't as they seem. Hair's orange on that green, full grown like an athlete. People act like they don't know and get back lean. Never sipped on that lean. No crack, but I crack spleens. Big crack for the crack fiends in a Cadillac, make back beans. This flow with a track leads for the fish bowl with a trap is. Cops got that fish net. People at target practice, making a deal with an undercover cop. That's that catfish. And what's under that mattress? Make a fat chick do a backflip. Oh no, don't catch this. This that die slow won't go. No, not with no aspirin. Hit you harder than Castro. Means 28-year-old Cassius Clay. And I've been on the road, mama, no education. I've been on the road, mama, no vacation. I've been on hold, like calling radio stations. I'm losing control, like I'm drunk road raging. Yeah. Tell him I. Tell him I. Tell him I. Tell him I. Yeah. That's why I'm acting crazy. Hey. That's why I'm acting crazy. That's why I'm acting crazy. Yeah. That's why I'm acting crazy. That's why I'm acting crazy. I shot the sheriff, I lose it when I am paranoid. There's 100 pair of titties, what you staring for? She doing yoga, is paying off. Remind me of Niagara Falls. 3 a.m. is not your average call. 5 a.m. on the road, not your average prayer, but I thank the Lord. Foolish pride is a color we can't ignore. Shopping for something not in store, but that don't stop me from popping tags. Replaying my childhood and what I couldn't have, I was content though. Take me off the bench, coach. You don't see my fucking potential. Fuck the world and its menstrual. I'm back on my BS capital punishment with a capital TS in the back of the act. Will they actually free us? Pass me the cocaine, pass me the Nina, give me a corner, come arrest me, give me a plea, repossess and repent. These possessions, TV told me I need them. I'm American dreaming, sipping lean with Percocets. Can't believe I'm still breathing. They say become a doctor. Will these women stay freaking, or will I marry a woman while I'm studying the bar? Should be out there freaking with a rapper that spit a bar about our marriage this evening. I had your bitch on me. Worldwide mirror. This only the beginning. This only the beginning. And I've been on the road, mama, no education. I've been on the road, mama, no vacation. I've been on hold, like calling radio stations. I'm losing control, like I'm drunk road raging. Yeah. Tell him I. Tell him I. Tell him I. Tell him I. Yeah. That's why I'm acting crazy. Hey. That's why I'm acting crazy. That's why I'm acting crazy. Yeah. That's why I'm acting crazy. That's why I'm acting crazy. I've been on the road, mama, no etching, no etching. I've been on the road, mama, no vape, no vape. I've been on hold, like calling radio stations. I'm losing control, like I'm drunk road raging. Yeah. Tell him I. Tell him I. Tell him I. Hey. Why am I
Hey, we back. This is 950 Ent Radio.
Yes, sir.
And in topics, Monique has been bugging out lately.
Yes, sir.
Bugging.
Yeah.
So what she's wilding because she said Netflix approached her to do a special, but they only offered her $500,000 to do it. And
at first I was like, oh, $500,000? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, to us.
Yeah, and then when she listed.
What did she, her awards? I mean, come on. All right, let's talk about Monique. Okay, so, you know, she was semi-hot back in the days. You know, she was one of the original queens of comedy. She did Precious. She won an award for Precious.
And then that was...
She won an Oscar for Precious. But Precious came out in, I believe, 2009.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
And Original Queens of Comedy came out in 2001. So we talking about almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And then almost 10 years ago for Precious.
But Precious was the reason for her downfall because they said on that show, that movie, she was the ultimate diva. The ultimate diva.
Really? Like and behind the scenes?
Yes.
Really?
They said she was probably worse than Mariah Carey.
Nah.
I mean,
the way she treated everyone.
Right.
I don't see it being like that, though.
I could see it.
That is why she got blackballed.
I can see it. I see it like a
and that's why she complained about it.
But even past that, okay, cool. She went through her diva stage for that. Okay, but it's 2018 now. I mean...
But she was in Almost Christmas. That was the only movie since she was blackballed. And we missed her. Because that movie...
See it.
You didn't see it? Man, that was a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Okay.
Who else was in it? What's his name?
Chris Brown? No, not Chris Brown.
All right.
Oh, my God. Oh,
so,
no.
all right, I'm going to ask one question. And I've been. My bad. I mean,
what is his
Fly,
name?
DC Young Fly, I think was in.
No, we talking about like people who got actual.
Oh,
I can't think of his name for the life of me. Oh my goodness! But it was a great cast. It was a great movie.
My one question is: can someone name one Monique quotable, comedy wise?
No.
I mean, she comparing herself to because she's talking about Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart, what they got for their special.
And Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. I don't really know too much about Amy.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't
either.
I see Monique being bigger than Amy, but lately Amy has been hot.
I was about to say we're talking about right now. Amy is
you know what it boils down to is that she keeps basing my resume, that, but it's a business. They don't care about what you've done before. This is a what have you done for me now type of
Yeah, how much money can you bring?
If we're gonna put your special on here, are we gonna recoup the money that we're investing to get your special on?
That's bottom line.
And they felt like she could only bring a $500,000, but of course you got Dave Chappelle. Even though he hasn't been on the forefront, he's in demand.
But Dave Chappelle is a classic comedian.
That's what I'm saying.
All-time
he's in
great.
demand. That means he can wait years and come out. There's certain artists, just like hip hop artists that like Jay-Z don't have to. He can come out every 5 years, and it's gonna be people are gonna buy it.
But behind the scenes, Dave Chappelle has been putting in work. He's been doing a lot of shows in New York City and stuff like that.
The work.
He's been putting in a lot of work
to keep yourself relevant.
I haven't heard about no Monique stand-up specials.
Nothing, bro.
Nothing.
Nothing across your timeline on your social media. Nothing, bro.
Nothing.
And she gonna ask me to boycott. So if I boycott and then you get the money that you talking about, then what for me? Do I get anything after that?
I can boycott Amy, but I ain't gonna boycott Netflix.
Nobody's boycotting Netflix and chill. It's just not happening.
It's not.
That's part of the culture.
I get what she's saying, and I understand that we have an issue in entertainment because at the end of the day, it's not really about the money. It's because Amy is white.
I feel like she the race reaching lately,
that's reaching.
It's reaching now lately. It's like I get it that she probably feels she's more of a legend than Amy, but Amy's fresh and new. But
legend.
I feel like she's Monique and a legend.
Nah, bro.
But this is not about
Monique's
who's a legend. This is not
That's
about
the queen right there. You bugging.
Nah, bro. Only thing besides Professor Ogilvy, I mean, what is she? What? Like I said, no one.
She tried to say
no one can name a Monique quotable.
She tried to say she was one of the highest decorated comedians of all alive.
She walked out.
Bugging.
She's
decorated like Penn and Teller and the Donkey. Man, get out of here, bro.
No, you gotta be a little more humble.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have a whole bunch of degrees, but you still gotta produce. You can have.
But what
yourself.
happens like when she goes to Amazon Prime or these other Hulu and they all try to give her $500,000? Then is she going to try to say that it's race is everything? Like everybody, everywhere she goes, she's getting the same number?
I think she's doing this because we already know and there's been a lot of talk about how women get paid much less than men. So that's why she thought, okay, well, you know what, 500,000 to Amy's, what was it, like 5 million or whatever?
I mean, but that's
She's
women.
like,
I think it was 12.
That's an example of a woman
again,
getting paid.
it's a white woman.
That's a lot of money for her. I'm sorry. I'm not watching an Amy, whatever her name, special. I'm not. That's a lot of money.
I
But
don't even know who she is.
I'm not. I mean, straight up,
I
I'm
don't
not
know who she is
boycotting
either.
Netflix over that, bro.
I'm not either. I understand what you're saying. I'll
It's
sign
almost-
a petition.
It's almost like the word boycott is starting to get watered down. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, we boycotted for human rights, for social rights. Now it's like almost anything that comes out the woodwork, let's boycott. No wonder people look at it and laugh.
That's because
But
It's
that's
like it's a
even when we
joke.
do it, quote unquote, it doesn't last.
That's true.
Because like with all the killings that were going on with our black men, we'd be mad for a few weeks,
Barely.
and then that's it.
forget
Barely.
about it.
Which is unfortunate.
Barely. If you're gonna, that's a whole nother topic.
That
man.
really is,
Because
'cause
I'm
I
like,
was
if
about
you're
to
gonna,
get-
if
I
you're
was
gonna
about
talk
to go
about
there.
what one side is doing to us, we also have to talk about what we're doing to ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole coming soon. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, definitely.
This is 950 ENT Radio.
All right.
I've been living off $1 in the scheme and I'm feeling like the man now. Trying to put the city in my hand, never looking for a handout. Real niggas doing real nigga things, and I'm loving how it all pans out. It's ironic how the car that I'm sitting in, I have a nigga stand out. Yeah, how you gonna tell me what I'm about? Couldn't tell me what I've been through. All homies in their feelings now, I'm going places they can never attend to. I'm only here to offend you. Unintended, but I meant to. I could care less if they two-faced. That's just something I could put a hurry dent through. Honestly, I'm not for apologies. I'm about the cream like Haagen-Dazs. I hop off the market stream, I'm off the block. Pocket scheme, I brought the team. We stuck like we Siamese. I rob them clean. I cop every stock to breathe. I'm conquering, brought the trial. They clock the speed. In for the bread, feeling like a poppy seed. I'm hot. They tryna hop on my wave. Man, they try blocking my wave. Man, they try stopping my wave. There is no stopping my way. I'ma hit them with the fake, cause niggas don't know how to act when they pay, no. I be going through some changes and it got me feeling well. Tryna hop on my wave. Y'all can hop on my wave. Y'all can hop on my wave. Feeling well. Y'all can hop on my wave. Y'all can hop on my wave. Y'all can hop on my wave. Feeling well. Tell me what it is, nigga. I'm an animal, I'm in it for the kill, nigga. Handle biz like a real nigga. Got my head spinning, feeling like a drill's in it. Man, I'm trying to get the crib with the crib in it. I hit the jackpot and I ain't put a bill in it. My nigga Major with me and we feeling fly too. My nigga Lucas told me that I gotta chill with it. Man, I'ma ride clean, but my tank's on empty. Tell us at the bank trying to tempt me. Got a 5 looking for a 10 speed. All these bad vibes trying to get me. I'ma handle anything against me. Hopping on the wave like it's trendy. Let me switch over to the fast lane. And I'm in the bucket like my last name. I think I'm doing what I want cause I feel like it. My flow is like crack cocaine. You ain't never had a feel like it. Don't trip off me, these are deal prices. I'm here for the clear lights and I can tell thoughts off like a real psychic. I can peel for the appeal, the deals in a real crisis, nigga. I don't mind if I don't shine, I fly with a psycho mind. Got champagne when the plane's on autopilot. I've been cruising in the range where I got low mileage. I don't space anything, it's a typo. Cut out the pieces I don't need, call it lipo. Me, I want the title and the crown, the respect of my name on the front page. I can hop on my wave, nigga. They tryna hop on my wave. Man, they try blocking my wave. Man, they try stopping my wave. There is no stopping my way. I'ma hit them with the fake, cause niggas don't know how to act when they pay, no. I be going through some changes and it got me feeling well. Tryna hop on my wave. Y'all can hop on my wave. Y'all can hop on my wave. Feeling well. Y'all can hop on my wave. Y'all can hop on my wave. Y'all can hop on my wave. Feeling well. On my wave. On my wave. On my wave.
right, this is 950 ENT Radio. We back, and we have. I think it's going to be an interesting topic. Somebody brought up, so let's just get into it. The question is,
Dun, 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 dun.
drum roll, please. Should men moan during sex?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know, we're going to have a difference of opinion because we got, Chantel representing the ladies. You know what I'm saying? We got us three representing the fellas.
So should I go first?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Jump in,
What do you,
Chantel,
as a
jump in.
woman point of view?
Well, I absolutely think that men should moan, but it depends on the kind of moan. If it's a high-pitched moan, louder than me, you hear the cats outside, it's a no for me, dog.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with grunting. There's nothing wrong with groaning.
A man moan.
A man moan.
You want to know that
I still need to know that
you were the man.
Yeah,
understand.
Yeah. Because how else am I supposed to know that this is what you like?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a see. I was that guy that thought they were like too cool to like moan, and a special somebody
when you're
actually
young.
put me on that when you moan, it actually makes the feeling of the sex much better because you're like releasing everything
Okay.
out. You're like kind of like
okay.
releasing it.
Right? It don't hurt when y'all hold stuff in.
If you keep it in, it kind of messes up the pleasure of everything.
And I would feel a kind of way if I'm a man and I'm doing my thing and I don't hear nothing from the woman.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I would feel a kind of way. So I would assume that it goes both ways with the woman. Correct, Chantel?
Exactly,
You know
because
what
I
I'm
definitely tried it. I was with a guy who was not trying to moan at all. I just heard heavy breathing. I was like, okay, well, let me shut up and see how you like it.
So was it silence in the room at that point?
All you hear.
That's
And this is what he said. This is what he said. He was like, "Are you not enjoying it?"
no, that's the you can't.
Oh.
No, you can't ever ask that question.
Oh, because
Definitely
I
not
went
during.
from moaning to not, and now he's like, "Are you not enjoying yourself?" Oh, okay. Well, then how am I supposed to know you're enjoying me?
Correct.
If I don't hear anything
So-
from you?
How can you be petty in the middle of sex, Chantel?
I
You
am
just
Miss
messed up the
Petty
whole
Betty.
vibe.
I don't care. Okay. I need to know that this is some good stuff. I mean, I know, okay?
Oh,
but I need
wait,
confirmation. I need to hear it. So, yes, I am Miss Petty Betty in the middle of sex. I don't care.
So the moaning is kind of like a validation, not a validation, but letting you know that he's doing his thing.
And it's a turn on.
Does
I
it-
mean,
Same thing with a
that's
man.
another
It's a
thing.
turn on.
It's such a turn on.
Does the same thing? Is the same rules apply for talking too much? I had a girl talk too much.
Like what kind of talking? Like conversation, or
There's
she
one
was
thing if you're like, oh yeah, that's the spot right
right,
there.
right.
But if she's trying to tell you,
What we
lift
doing
my
for lunch
leg,
tomorrow?
do this, if she's just dictating everything, doing too much talking now, it just feel like a job.
Did I lock the
Yeah.
car?
It's a no for me, dog.
One time I had a girl talking too much and I had to like fish hook her. Like I was like just talking. It's just like
You said fish hooker, bro?
just fish hook her real good. Like I wasn't trying to put my mouth over
Oh
her mouth,
my
so I was
gosh!
just like
Had I been a fly on the wall to see that, I would have. This nigga just put his finger in my mouth.
so I had to fish hook her real porno style, son. Oh man.
We got somebody who real quiet over here. What
Yeah,
you
what's
think?
Nah, I just think men shouldn't. Like, this is how I stand.
They
just think
shouldn't moan?
I'm not
Oh,
with
so
it,
you
bro.
real
I'm
quiet in the
not-
bedroom, huh?
I'm not about to just sit there and I'm just like, I don't know. I think it's.
It won't come natural to you? You feel like you forcing it?
I mean, I feel like guys can be quiet and enjoy sex. You don't gotta, I don't know. I just feel like that's weird for a guy to just be.
So you don't make any noise?
I don't know. I don't really. I be somewhere else, so I can't tell you. Like whenever I'm, I don't know. I don't know if I. I don't think I do.
All
I
right.
don't know.
No homo, but I don't see this guy moaning.
I'm
No.
not-
I can't hear it.
Not even a groan, not a grunt.
Well,
What about when
grunting
you
and
come?
groaning is different, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit there and just. I think it would be put on. I think it'd be, I'm just doing it just because she, I
Right, I
it'd
feel
be
you.
It'd be fake.
Yeah.
I'm just, I don't know. A lot of guys aren't, I know a lot of like homeboys that have been open about saying that, like this girl wants me to moan, but I'm not with that shit. Yeah, I don't know. We're just
Funny story. My cousin told me a funny story back in high school. I don't know how I'm remembering this. I took that from the back of my brain. He told me how he was, back in high school, we ran trains on girls and stuff like that. And he told me how he did train one of our homeboys. He said he couldn't do the train with the girl and him because the dude, the homeboy, was like talking throughout the whole thing, going and like being like a coach throughout the whole train, like, yeah, get it, do this, yeah,
two more,
he was
two
like,
more.
Yeah,
All right, now we in boot camp. Okay.
It got to the point where he was like, yo, I just had to walk out the room and just.
Yeah, son. Damn.
Wow. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I've talked to some of my friends because we had this conversation too, and it was like, yeah, we're not
Male
saying
friends or
again.
female friends?
Female friends.
Okay.
We're not saying again.
And they said the
moans.
same thing.
We don't
Yeah.
expect to hear that, but like
Nah.
a manly moan, like a
Correct.
groan.
Correct,
We expect to hear that.
Correct.
I heard
beast mode.
I heard
Shit.
some weird moans in my lifetime, like weird. I'm like, what is that? Weird moan.
I mean,
I heard myself moan one time, and I was just a little like,
how you heard yourself moan?
kind of recorded.
Okay, never mind.
that's why
That
guys
was a
shouldn't
dumb
moan
question.
because when she's getting upset and you got a fucked up moan, she's airing it to people on social media. Females are petty like that. I'm not saying all females, but you got some out there that are like that. I'm not moaning.
Now you're right, bro.
Sleeping.
Some
Next thing,
females
your
can
shit is
do
on
that.
blast.
Can
No.
females grunt? Allowed to
Nah,
grunt?
I don't know about that.
I've heard some crazy sounds though, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I think so.
I mean, if you got a girl in that mode,
A grunt is like pain.
Chantel,
so
grunt sexy for me right now. Can you do
I
that?
can't. I have to be in the moment.
but some women like
Like,
pain though.
I was gonna say, like, let's say, hypothetically speaking,
Hypothetically, we ain't saying it happened.
if a female's getting hit from the back and she trying to run, and y'all like, nah, now all of a sudden she grunting because
Oh, okay. Oh, she's.
it's not a moan anymore because moans are sexy. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, but now she
okay.
It's different-
like she trying to take it,
different
but she
things
can't.
is sexy though.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
different.
That's
I
sexy.
think that's a grunt.
That's a woman grunt.
That's a grunt.
yeah, that's probably a
It's a
grunt.
soft grunt.
I mean, but hey, when you in the mix and everything is working right, who got time to worry about how you sound? Really, you know what I'm saying? You just doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. If I'm feeling it, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. She gonna hear me. Fuck it.
Listen, you did a good job if she call you back. That's it.
No, that's true. That's true
That's
too.
it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, if you gotta, if you going grunt, you know what I'm saying? Just as long as you ain't doing no high pitched squeals or nothing crazy like that, no hollering, no crying. Then
Oh,
I
like
think,
Eddie Murphy and Boomerang.
Yeah, don't. I think
The
it's cool.
toes curling and everything. He just don't say nothing. No, shh.
I mean, shit, if my toes curl, I'm good with that too. But anyway. All right, so this is 950 ENT Radio. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. Easy.
For the hip hop, for the soul, rhythm and blues. Now you know. For the hip hop, for the soul, rhythm and blues. Now you know. This one for the culture, This one for the vulture, This one for creators, This one for the haters, It's the 6 below, below. Earth touch my toe. Let me die slow, One more time, okay, yeah. This one for the culture, This one for the vulture, This one for the creators, This one for the haters, This is 6 below, Earth touch my toes, yeah. Let me die slow, Welcome to mi casa, su casa. I got no problem. Let the daylight hit. Welcome to mi casa, su casa. I got no problem. Let the daylight hit.
Single mom with kids, need some help. Struggling to pay your rent, need some help. Some of our sounds really need some help. This hip hop shit really needs some help. Always needing child support, you need some help. Same old 9 to 5, you need some help. Ramen noodle every night, you need some help. Some millennials just need some help. Filling up your soul, filling up your soul, like filling up your soul, filling up your soul, like toss me in the sky and just hold by. Fly, fly. Baby, I just wanna cry, cry. All just a game. Come back from the dead. Come back from the dead. Watch me get lost in this music. Falling so deep for this music. Watch me. Falling so deep. Watch me. Falling so deep. Watch me.
All right, this is 950 Ent Radio. We back again. And we got another good topic. You know, the good topics are just flowing off the top of my head. Last week or so, it's been in social media, it's been in the news about these sex dolls. I guess female sex dolls. I think they cost like $2,000 or something like that and up. And it's been a little bit of controversy between ladies and gentlemen about this. So I think it's a good topic to talk about, and let's go into it. Fred, what you think about it?
I don't know. I'm mixed about it.
Well, mixed about what?
I'm in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I'm on the fence too.
Yeah, it's like women. It's always been okay for women to have like dildos and like
forever
play toys. And
forever.
For us, we looked at as weirdos, and I still kind of see it that way. It's weird, but then I'm kind of on the fence with it. To where it's like, I think it's healthy in a way, but it's
I do too. To be honest,
let's be clear
to an
though.
extent.
You guys have sex toys too.
What, our hands?
Y'all have one, and I know it because I gave one of my homeboys one.
What, the fleshlight?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That is a sex toy in itself. Y'all need a whole body.
Facts.
I mean,
We ain't got no plastic dolls.
No, yeah.
We have
what do y'all
dildos,
need besides the dildo?
and we
to
have
be honest?
vibrators. Y'all have the fleshlight. What else y'all need?
I mean, this is from what I understand. This is a full.
This is a full body. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, y'all really?
I mean, if you're gonna go that route, if number one, I don't even think that those dolls are made for the everyday person. I think those are made for people that's into that kind of fetish. You know what I'm saying?
So you wouldn't have one?
I don't. No, I don't think I would get one.
No, I'm good on that.
No.
Nah, probably not either.
How
but-
can you? How can you
I
explain
understand
that
why
if someone?
they want to get them dolls though, but
I mean, I personally rather the like part of what gets me off of sex is knowing that the woman wants to be involved with me.
Thank you.
You know
I'm
what
like,
I'm
you're
saying?
having sex with a
But
plastic doll.
that's where
Like,
I am wired. Not everybody is wired like that. Some people get off on domination. Some people get off on control, and you can do all that with a doll.
They're saying these dolls are gonna help from like rapes and stuff like that too.
I don't know about
I
when they have the little kid dolls and all that. You seen that too?
That is sick, man.
I don't.
And
I don't
see,
know
that's
about
what
all
I'm
that.
saying. It's not helping.
I don't know about all that.
I think if anything, it'll help the guy who has not gotten laid in years
Correct.
because he's a
Correct.
creep.
Correct.
And he doesn't know how to speak to women. I can
It
get
might
that.
not be that he's a creep,
and
now.
it'll keep him. And it'll keep him that way.
Okay, well, let me not say creep. I apologize.
No, he's
just
I
not- I'm
mean,
not-
just the man who has a hard time talking
Social-
to women.
social.
He may not be able to
approaching
function
women.
socially.
or it could be for the guy that is just been with so many women that he's just tired of it. Like he doesn't want to have to worry
Where?
about all the extra shit that goes
Where?
along with it. So
True.
he's gonna get the doll because he's just tired of the bullshit. He doesn't want to.
Are we talking?
He doesn't want to get to know the next person. He just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He just would rather go the doll route, and it could be that.
Where's
way
that
too.
guy at?
I'm sure
We need to
somebody's out
find
there.
somebody who've actually done it and get they perspective.
This ain't that these dolls can replace women, but
How?
And see, that's where it becomes offensive.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
but
if you're making, when you
okay.
say it that way, you make it seem like that's all women are for. It's
Facts.
just laying down
Okay.
and having sex. And you know what? You got to draw the line somewhere because
Correct.
that's not all we're here for.
I agree.
the
with
way
you
I
there.
feel like is women will go on social media and a lot of them, oh, I'm into girls now. Now the conversation's changed because the dolls are out. How come before
Right.
it was, oh, I'm going to girls. I'm not dealing with these men, but we get a plastic doll and it's just the end of all times when we get.
Is
a
that
plastic
really where
doll.
it came from?
I don't think it came from that, but look at it. Look, like it's just like, why would women get offended if they're already saying things to replace us, even in a joking way, like, oh, I'm
Correct.
about to go to girls. I don't need
Correct.
no man. I got my 10-foot dildo and all
Right,
this.
we've heard that. We've all heard that.
If you're going to girls, then why are you
10-foot
worried?
dildo?
I mean, I don't know about 10 foot.
Over that. Jeez.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm kinda, okay, that was a little exaggerated.
women are sick of the bullshit. But we know deep down inside ain't nothing gonna replace men. Just like y'all know, can't nothing replace a woman.
It's crazy because right now, women, like especially black women, actually are like the top women that are like successful in graduating college. They're the least dropout rate right now. It's crazy.
Thank
Black
you.
women are like women of, they're of power right now.
Speak on
I
it.
wish I had my applause
And they
button.
can't even a lot of these girls can't even find a man because they feel like they don't want to downgrade, so they go into like 40s, 45s, 50s without a man because they can't find a man.
Or they are with a man, but there's no commitment because he is still waiting to become the man he's supposed to be in order to commit,
boy.
which is a whole nother topic in itself.
But isn't a man supposed to provide?
He is, but in this day and age, we don't expect you to.
Who don't? Whoa.
Okay, well then you know what? Let me say me. I don't.
Yes.
I think to a certain degree, like with a man. Okay, so case in point, I'll talk about my own personal life.
Let's go.
I'm turning 27, and at this point, I make my own money. I have my own job. I have my own place. I have my own car. When I go out with a guy, I do expect some things, but I don't want him to feel like I need him to pay my bills.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Some women feel like they need a man
Correct.
because their money's their money
Correct.
and his money's their money.
Correct. And that's not fair.
And I don't think it is either. I really don't.
I mean, in a different time, you could say, okay, a man's job is to do this because women didn't have the opportunities that women have today. Not to say that it's equal. I'm not going to, jump out the window and say it's 100% equal because we know it's still not. But women have opportunities that they didn't have back in the day, so they really didn't have much choice but to let the man provide.
And like Freddie said earlier, there are a lot of women who are doing it for themselves. And
correct.
There was this post I saw where it was like, you know what? A lot of women are somewhat downgrading because they're the breadwinners. So it's like they're not getting with a man, obviously, for his money if they make more.
True.
It's nice to have a man around the house. Like, I have an issue with my car, and I'm over here stuck like,
Correct.
Some things you do, it's nice to have a man around for.
Correct.
But as far as needing one to pay my bills and to feel some sort of...
And it's a lot of women that still like that.
Yeah, like them sugar daddies.
That's their mentality. But see, when you're a sugar daddy, you know what you're signing up for.
That's true.
Exactly.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
That's different.
That's totally different.
I'm not dating no woman that feels like it's all up to me to provide. I'm not. No, you're gonna have to put in what you're.
How about taking out the trash?
Well, yeah, that's different. I'm talking finance.
No, I mean, like, I just want to know, like, what do you feel like is your duty as a man in a relationship?
I mean, that's a good question. That's a good question because I want to piggyback off of what you're saying because if it's the man's job to provide, then what is the woman's job?
She provides too.
Okay.
It's just on a different spectrum.
So can you elaborate on that a little bit? I need to be enlightened a little bit.
Women add a special touch. So I'm in a let's say I'm in a relationship right now and we're both at the house. And I feel like we both should be able to cook and clean.
Correct.
But if, like I said before, if I have a car issue, that's his thing. Because most men are raised learning about tools and how to fix things and all that, whereas some women aren't.
So is it fair to split things into these are men
Based
type
off of
of
skills, yes.
Okay.
I believe so. And I believe just, you know, like I asked Mr. Controversy over here as far as like taking out the trash.
Mm-hmm.
I could take out my trash, but do you really want your lady?
No, not at all.
Okay,
No,
see,
not
you
at
know what
all.
I'm saying? Okay, what about
Not at
opening
all.
the car door?
I did that.
Do you only do that on the first 5 dates and then it's
Yeah.
done?
I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
I
That does. You know, right or wrong, that does slip by the wayside with me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
yeah. My first couple, I was doing it for
I
a
won't let
long
him walk
time.
by the road though. It's like we're
No,
walking somewhere.
I will,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
That's-
I'll have
that's-
to walk by the walk inside.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'll walk on.
But I won't open the door.
You know about that, Chantel?
I'll keep it real.
Of course
won't
I
open the
do.
door.
Okay, I'm just asking.
No,
just
I
clarifying.
mean, of course, because we all know where that came from. So,
I
just
was
like
always
you were
told-
taught, I was taught that means that your woman is available if she's walking on the side where the cars are.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what it means.
Well, I was always told that if, and you know, y'all might laugh. I was told if something happened, like the car jumped the curb or something, you supposed to be on that side to take whatever happens, the brunt of the punishment, and the woman is on the safe side.
I was came up thinking it was both, like what she said and what he said. Like
I never heard
basically,
about
like,
the one with the car getting jumped.
Like, because I've lived in certain neighborhoods where what she's saying is what it is. Like, if you're walking and it's like your woman's walking to the street, you know what I'm saying? Especially in neighborhoods where prostitution is running high, then they're
Right.
gonna look at it like, well, she's saying that's the pimp, that's the
Right.
visual.
I mean,
they're
it makes
gonna look.
sense now that I think about
In
it.
certain areas, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like, I also look at it as like a way of like, yeah, like, you know, you put her on the inside so she's more safe in the
Right.
environment that you're in. That
Correct.
way
That's
you
what I was always
road,
taught
yeah.
from a little kid.
I was taught both, like, you know, so.
Who killed Chivalry, men or women?
Women.
Okay, that's how I feel.
I would probably say both. Probably once women started getting to positions where they had a little more power. And then some women don't want you to do certain
I was
things
about
for
to
them.
say, women set the standard at the end of the day.
You know, some women
I
get
expect
offended.
my door to be open.
We make you think.
And that's nothing wrong with that. You know,
I'm just saying,
there's nothing
like,
wrong with that.
the first time,
Forever.
not forever, but I think.
Would
I
you
just
hold
think
it
it's-
against a man if, you know, okay, y'all started off and then as
not
y'all got
always,
comfortable.
But I think in the beginning, I definitely let that be known without even having to say it. I was standing outside the car. Don't honk at me. If
Like,
you
get in the
know
car.
where I live, do not text me and say I'm outside. You come to my door.
Oh, correct.
okay.
Of course.
I
of
was
course.
raised by my grandmother,
of
so
course.
I know
Of
all
course.
of that.
Of
It's
course,
old
yeah.
school over
Yeah,
here. But I think
yeah.
women definitely set the standard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. Like I'm guilty. I read Steve Harvey's "Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man" book, and he made some valid points. He definitely did. A man will only treat you the way you let him.
Correct.
So with
Correct.
that being said,
You got to set your standards up
that's
front.
it at the first time.
Because you can't go on 5 dates.
And then change up,
Right,
and
and
then
then
it's like,
talk
well, I
about-
wasn't doing this before.
correct.
He's right. He wasn't.
Maybe he'll change.
You know what it is, and I'm gonna just keep it all the way blunt. It's all the way up until you get the cat. Once you get the cat, everything changes. So the guy's gonna do whatever he can up until the cat
Facts.
moment. That's just what it is.
You right about that, bro.
Yeah.
As soon as he get that cat, you're like, what door?
Just so
That's
sad.
when you know after what it's gonna be after. After that moment, it's like it's the defining moment. Like,
But there should also be signs, though. Men are gonna throw signs off about the person
And that's
that
why
they
so
actually
many
are.
women believe in the 90-day rule for that. Y'all trifling.
Not a lot of women go by the 90 days.
No, a lot
Honestly,
of women don't.
if
but
a woman doesn't go by that, I'm not getting with him. If I can,
normally
if I
don't
can
do
sleep
that.
with
I like
a
that,
woman,
bro. I
if
like
I
that,
can
bro.
sleep with a woman within the first week or 2 weeks, I am not taking them serious.
Who
I
else
don't
done?
care. I
Who
don't
else
care.
done did the same
Facts.
thing?
really?
No.
If I could smash,
I mean,
in
if
2
she's
weeks,
smashing
no.
me on the first night, who else she smashing on the first night?
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of cats get caught up because they think that they so special. Oh, it was me.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
my G is so futuristic that I smashed. No, bro. It wasn't you. She's a hoe.
Yeah.
That's why you smashed early.
So a woman comfortable in having
I'm not
sex
saying that. I'm
is
not
a
saying
hoe?
no. You
listen.
You taking
She
it
is.
too.
She is.
because
I'm not saying that.
The first week?
I'm not saying
The
that.
first day? Yes.
okay, I'm not saying no, but he's saying 3 months. So you would be okay. Let's be honest.
And I don't mean
Honestly.
listen, wait, let me clear it up. Let me
Let's
clear
be
it up.
honest. If you go on a date with a woman and find out you on a 90-day probationary period, you would give up because you would know.
No.
No,
Hell
depends
no.
on
Woman-
depends depends
the
on
girl
who
that
she
I'm
is.
involved with right now, nothing happened for 6 months, and I just wrote it out because I knew she was worth riding out for.
And that's
Okay,
the-
well,
that's the
you're a
key.
unicorn. Let's
the
be
key.
honest,
No,
okay?
don't say
because
he a unicorn,
Because
that
I've
is
been in-
very
I've been in the-
rare.
I would
been in
ride
the
it
Speaking
out.
as a
Listen,
female
listen.
who has
Okay.
held out,
Got you.
guys lose interest quick.
Then they're not the one. Then
Quick.
That's not the one then.
And that's
Yeah.
why it's like all I'm doing is dating right
That's
now.
a fuck boy.
That's all I'm
Yeah.
doing.
yeah.
Which is, again, that's why all I'm doing. Okay, you want to take me out to eat? That's cool. I'll
Well,
get a
no.
female
All
on
right,
you
all right.
because I
listen,
know all
a lot
you
of
want.
people get it confused. I don't mean to cut you off, but a lot of people get it confused like, oh, I've been talking to this person for 30 days or 3 months. I finally meet them. We mess around. But I'm talking about from
Dating,
from the
actual
opportunity, like
dating.
seeing them in person. Because don't get it twisted. I don't mean like get to know this person for a month on social media, 2 months. Then you finally start meeting them. And then they it's still like you met them and it's the same week.
Right.
It starts from the day that you meet them and start putting in that time.
Right.
And there's a difference between talking and dating. I'm so sick of hearing the terminology talking.
Yeah.
You talking to me, that's all we doing. We talking. But
that's
dating,
like
I
old
expect to
school.
go out on dates. I expect
Back in the days, it used to be, I'm talking to her, so, you're dating that person. But I understand what you're saying. Because nowadays, with social media and stuff, you could literally just be talking or IMing and not doing anything else.
I don't do text messaging. No, we're gonna call, we're gonna talk on the phone, or we're gonna talk in person.
That's dope.
This is like
I've heard
it's
that
so
before, too.
Unfortunate,
I like
really,
that.
the men in this
You
day
vibe
and
better.
age, because I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Men lose interest quick, and I know this personally. 90 days, a lot of men is like, what? Yeah, no.
Hey, are you?
Yeah, it's a microwave
much.
society.
Are you
much.
telling these men that you not doing nothing for 90 days, or are you just keeping it
No, I
within
shouldn't have to
yourself?
state that.
Oh, okay.
I
was
shouldn't have to
making
say,
sure.
oh, Freddie, by the way, this is day 1 out of 90.
Yeah.
Mark it down.
check the calendar.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But Chantel, is it also a negative impact? Because nowadays we do have a lot of women that's the exact opposite of the 90-day rule.
Right.
They just trying to do the
wanna
same
have sex.
thing
And I
as
honestly
other
don't think,
men.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, I mean, if that's what you're doing,
If
as
women-
long as you're open and honest with each other, hey, if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing.
And that's the part. Open and honest. If I say, listen, I just want to have sex with you, there are no feelings. There's no cuddling.
Correct.
There's no, who you with, what you doing. No.
Correct.
You are just a fuck buddy.
Correct.
But where men get it twisted is
Some
because
men. Can we
okay,
put
excuse me,
some, please?
some men.
Thank you.
If I come to you and I be like, listen, what are you looking for? One, that's already a red flag because oh my god, all this pressure. That's why it's like I'm gonna just ride it out because I'm not looking for a relationship. But if
Right.
it happens, it happens.
That's how it always should be, I feel.
But some men will be like, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship because
There's no reason to lie, bro.
yeah, it's real corny.
I never-
and you know what? I take
I
that
never
back.
did
They're
that.
not men. They're little boys.
I never,
Correct.
I never
Correct.
played that. I never played. I always let my cards. I got.
No,
let them-
I do. Me too. I
You
always
got
put them
to.
on the table.
Like,
Okay,
they-
so we got
you got
3
to.
unicorns
They
in the
like
station.
dudes that be like they
I've
throw
been
out the I
documented
love
doing
you
that,
and
though.
everything. Like,
I've been
that's corny.
documented being like just like that. Like
Don't
just
leave the
being
girl
out,
on,
you know
man.
what I
That's
mean?
not cool.
See, Chantel, the whole unicorn thing is it really a unicorn? Because
It's very
look,
rare, yes.
It's 3. We ain't no different from. We not like from another planet. We 3 everyday cats, and all 3 of us. You calling us unicorns? So are we different, or are we actually the norm? And society has flipped it, saying that there's no good men out there.
That's a good.
When
point.
you put it that way,
Because it's like, and I talk to a lot of women, they do say the same thing. But I'm like, I don't know these cats. I look at the people I know, we don't act like that. So I'm like, who the fuck are y'all looking for? Who are y'all dating that's doing this?
must be some like trifling men.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that men are perfect.
Okay, so do you think it's my fault?
I'm not saying it's
No,
your
I'm asking.
fault.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think it's the men that I attract, or the kind of men that us women attract? If we think it's very rare,
that it has to do.
You probably like a type, and that type is probably fuckboy.
so I need to stay away from tall, between 6'2", 6'4", dark skinned men. Because that seems to
See,
be
but
the
the
only.
problem. But look at the problem. And I know you was kidding.
Where are you looking for?
But what you just said, you only named physical attributes.
I'm not finding them in the club. Let's be clear.
Okay.
I'm not finding them. No. And
Okay.
half the time they approach me. They just happen to be my type. It has been Walmart, the library, church.
Those, I mean,
let's put church there because definitely
hey.
those are the worst.
Yeah, some of them, especially them pastors' kids.
I could never be that
Very
guy.
manipulating.
I could
You know
never
what I
be
mean?
that guy
Very
that just walks
manipulating.
up to a random girl in Walmart. I just could never be that dude. Bro.
I was.
can't.
It happened at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I pulled
in the
some
produce
women.
I'll
section.
look, man. Like you
I
know,
mean, you
in
know
my
what they say
single
about
days,
2
I'll
a.m.
look, but like that's nah.
Let me stop.
I pulled some women in Walmart.
But
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know.
I think that's a safe place.
Yeah.
I'm just not the type that I don't
no.
like talking to I don't like talking to people. Like you know what I'm
You
saying?
like
Very
you like to be
antisocial.
I
social.
don't know. Like I'm not
Social.
That's me. I
I'm
get
not just
anxiety
social
around people
random
sometimes.
person. Like, well, sometimes if it's like you know I'm out
I get
doing
like that too
something,
sometimes.
But I can't just talk.
It depends. If
Hey,
I'm
girl,
feeling myself
no.
that day and
Right.
I feel like I got the juice, I'm doing it.
They're gonna
and then it'd
like-
be other days I'm mad shy.
How
I'm
I've
like,
always
I
been
ain't
is
gonna
they
do
got to
it.
talk to me or just
No
fuck it.
doubt,
I'm
no
not-
doubt.
Okay, so he made a point. He said a female should approach him.
I'm not saying she should. I didn't
Well,
say
okay,
that.
not should.
I didn't say she should.
Not
approach
should,
me. I just
excuse
said
me.
that I'm not going out the way. She's gonna have to give me a sign or a hint. Or
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
have to
I'm
see
not
something.
Just walking up to a like I
Right.
don't know. I'm not judging anybody else if anybody else is done, but I find that like lame for me to do. I'm not
Even
walking
dropping
up.
like just a compliment just to feel her out. Maybe she ain't see
because
you.
she gets compliments probably by 15 people. So what's my
True.
little compliment? Not a damn thing.
It could
So why
be a
should I
big
even say that?
difference.
True.
No.
That's why it's better talking to a girl in a
Women,
more social.
Bro, look,
Right.
this is my thing. There is so many guys that do the same thing, that go up to the girl in Walmart, that try to like, the same thing. You got to
Why
do
your man
something
not here
else.
with you?
got to do something like different. You have to go down a different, or like get her attention in a different way. I'm not gonna do the cliche shit that every other guy does.
So what's
Right.
a different way?
You have to assess the situation. You got to know what like I don't know where. I'm not just gonna walk up to somebody random, but I'm
Right.
not gonna also look for them on social media after I've seen them. That's even weirder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've
But
never
I'm not-
been that cat either.
I mean,
I've
either
never
one.
been to Walmart or I'm more of
Oh,
the,
so you don't drop in
I'm
DMs?
like basically
Nah,
like
bruh.
if I know you through some people and it's through
Right,
some
or
people,
work
then it's
or
okay.
whatever.
Then we can get
That's
each
always
other's
been my
number. We
thing.
can talk. We can meet up. Whatever. But I'm not just. I don't know you from a hole in the wall. And I'm just walking up to you. No, that's never been me.
Huh.
Like Nas has a line that I always identify with since I was a kid when I first heard it. And he was like, I got no game. It's just some women understand my story. And that's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to come through with no line or nothing.
No.
We just going to talk. And if the vibe is there, the vibe is there. If it's not, it's not.
They
End of
say,
story.
they say the best game is no game.
Correct.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know. But anyway, that was a good segment. Let's get some good music. Let's get some advertisements
let's
in,
listen to
and we're
something
gonna
nice.
take a break, and we're gonna come back 950 ENT Radio.
Yeah.
Let me do the hoods one more time. And then the hook comes in. The hook comes in again. That's why I wanted you to. Everybody get some blue. Everybody get a clue. If he can, we can too. If he can, we can too. Yeah. Look at my niggas, we dancing. Look at my niggas, we dancing. You spreading that negative cancer, All of my niggas be handsome, All of my people stressed, yeah. And I settle for less, yeah. Life is shit of finesse, life is shit of finesse. Everyone on my vibe, where's the satellite? Yeah, and my girl be acting petty. Please get me out this setting. Damn, I'm losing it. Damn, I'm losing it. Feel so out of sight. Might goes out of sight. Fuck the stress. It's a test. Nigga, free yourself. Nigga, free yourself. Nigga, free yourself. Yeah. Damn, I'm losing it. Damn, I'm losing it. Damn, I'm losing it. Damn, I'm losing it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now everybody catch a vibe, a nigga show some life and taking shit for granted. Always acting silly, take advantage. Key is skinning, not to peel. What the deal? My effect like Lazarus, bringing zombies out. What you really about? I'm so facetious. People need this P on P. I'm glow like neon. What is right? I'm like Edison with the light. Yeah, with the light. Yeah. Damn, I'm losing it. Damn, I'm losing it. Feel so out of sight. My goes out of sight. Fuck the
the vibe. Heard a lie. Feel alive in the cell. Free yourself. What you like is trendy. I see it too. Be a genius, still the moment, make it you. Everybody get some blue, everybody get a clue. If he can, we can too. If he can, we can too. Huh. Damn, I'm losing it. Damn, I'm losing it. Feel so out of sight. Might goes out of sight. Fuck the stress. It's a test. Nigga, free yourself. Nigga, free yourself. Nigga, free yourself. Damn, I'm losing it. Damn, I'm losing it. Damn, I'm losing it. Damn, I'm losing it.
We back. This is 950 Ent Radio.
Man, oh man. Well, this one is near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, I just want to know, because I've done it myself.
You?
Yes.
You?
How would you guys feel? You in the club with your boys, or at the bar, at the lounge, wherever. And the bartender gives you a drink and says it's from the lady down at the end of the bar. How would you feel about a female using a drink to get your attention, and she comes over, start conversing? Are you okay with that? Do you feel like your ego has been hit? Is it?
That should be an ego boost.
Me, I would vibe with them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm old school with a lot of things, and I would deep in. I'll be like, this is like
It's weird.
not weird, but I don't want to say a hoe, but you know what I'm saying? Like
You using that word a lot tonight.
yeah,
Ooh.
but she's not though. That's the thing. That's why I didn't want to just say that's what because you know what I'm saying. Like, thing is me with me. I'm different with women. Like, even if a woman was, for example, to come up to me and I vibe out with her and she buys me drinks and whatever, and I even sleep with her that same night. I'm not the type of dude that kind of just like judge her and just be like kind of like just let her go. Don't talk to her. Just cut her off. I will actually still be friends with her.
Right.
Like,
But you'll still think of her as a hoe because you mentioned that earlier.
In the back of my mind, yes, I wouldn't marry you. I wouldn't be able
facts.
to start a family. Hey, well, you know what? I can't say that.
I was about to say, like,
Because what if I get a
you can
good
really
vibe?
like
Yeah, bro.
her.
Yeah.
Like,
bro.
are you really gonna ignore the fact that you really like her? Because shit, I fucked her on the first night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Me. Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
stuff like that.
Maybe
you know,
she don't do this often. Maybe she felt something with you too. Maybe it's just
I mean, you're
There's
gonna
too many
see the other signs though. If she is a hoe, you're gonna see the other
that
signs.
part.
Facts,
okay,
facts. You know what
I'm
yes,
saying?
that part. There will be
And
other signs.
My thought also is like this. You know, I don't care what you really did before or your previous life, as long as you don't continue that lifestyle with me.
Because I was
But let
about
me
to
ask
say,
you a
know,
question.
that's a famous line.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't.
What
As
if you
long-
go into Foot Locker though, and you're all for the present, and then there's three guys that are trying on shoes, and they all say, "Oh," and then you're the talk like, "Oh yeah, remember when I had?" I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna be the guy
I
that
feel you,
everybody's
bro.
pointing at with the stories like, "Remember when I had her?"
Right.
When we
Yeah,
were running
yeah.
it. Nope. So
done wifed
whatever
up
your past
somebody
is,
that
it's
ran
gonna
through the
stay there because
football
there ain't gonna
team.
be no future.
Yeah, I
That's just
got
how I
that.
look at it. If you're too
That's
out
tough.
there, I'm not gonna be hearing stories from just all these people. Just this person. You know what your girl's about, right? I'm not gonna be that clown. I'm not
Yeah, because I'm not.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm be like, nah,
It's a
bro.
no for me, bro.
Yeah.
That's tough.
But again, wouldn't you see the signs, or you just like, all right, well, it's a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, that's it.
Well,
The signs
of
that she's
course
changed
now,
her life.
The biggest.
That is mainly just
Even if
because
she
she was
changed.
really feeling you.
No, I'm sorry. Even if she changed, no, I don't know. Me, I have I think sometimes I'm psychic with a lot of things.
Yeah,
I
me-
I
yeah.
just know people before even talking to them. It's weird. I can have a
Yeah, I can read
5-minute
people very
conversation
good,
with
too.
you, and I already know everything you about.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very. I can read people very well.
Me too.
I don't know. So
So would you accept the drink or not?
Yeah,
I would think
I
I
would
wouldn't
definitely.
because
Yeah.
I'm a
free drink.
very paranoid person. I'm thinking that there's something in there that she put something in there. I think like
Well, I didn't think about that part.
Yeah, I think
I was about to say
that.
that's reaching. Dang.
I'm thinking but up and up. Let's just say
If I knew it was a
right,
legit drink,
the,
of-
It was
the
just a
bartender
sweet
is giving
gesture.
it straight to you. The bartender is. It's
Well,
not like she bought it and gave it to you. The
it would
bartender
depend.
is giving it to you.
If I'm with someone, I shouldn't be in the club. Well, that's a whole
Well,
different
no,
topic.
you're single.
Okay, so let me change it. Let me
so
change
I'm
it.
single. I'm in the club, and
Right.
I know the drink is legit.
right.
It just depends.
You're
I
taking
guess.
that drink, man.
I'm taking the drink.
Yeah, she comes over to you and she asks you, "Can I buy you a drink?"
You know what? I'm gonna take that back about thinking she's a hoe. Because if she comes up to me on some like just regular conversation type, and not all over me, oh, you look nice, rubbing on my chest, and
Now that's probably a reach. That part.
yeah, that's when she turns. Oh, this is a hoe. She all on my body right now. She needs to calm down. But if a girl comes up to me, buys me a drink, and just has a regular good conversation
Right,
with me,
bro. Right.
that is awesome.
Right. Because you're not going to mess with.
And that's a unicorn right there.
You're not going to mess with
That's a
somebody
unicorn.
that's out of your pocket, regardless if she buy you a drink or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She buy you a drink and she not on your level, you still not going to mess with her. But if she buy you a drink and then, like you said, she start vibing with you, y'all just kicking, y'all laughing, y'all having a good time.
I'm a good guy. I don't like making people feel stupid, so I'll just rock out with her and make her feel like she's important, and then kind of just like.
I don't know. See, with me, I've done this, so it's like life is too short. If I
feel
see
you.
a good-looking guy and he ain't, cause y'all are slow sometimes. Y'all be
Facts.
dropping. I can stare at you all night and you won't say nothing to me.
Yeah, I'm like
That's
that.
me.
I'm
all
gonna go
day.
up
I'm
to
a
you
shy guy.
and be
All
like,
day.
"Hey, how you doing? You
Why is she
know,
looking at me?
I just wanted to say that you look really nice tonight, and I was wondering, you know,
Oh, see,
if we could
that's where you messed up. Don't
a
tell.
compliment.
No, don't tell no guy that. No.
Now
no.
you-
Y'all don't like to hear compliments.
You
Oh,
just.
I do, but now I'm feeling myself after that.
Yeah, and then they're gonna be
No,
like,
no, you be like, she's on my body right now. She's on
Really?
my body.
Oh,
no,
my
no
gosh.
compliment.
I'm learning a lot. I gotta see now when I approach the next guy, I'll just be like,
mean, but-
It's a little too
who
strong.
cuts your hair?
now then he might think that you're playing him. Or you're,
See, okay, see, so y'all are just as
But
difficult
that
as we
that
are
would
there.
actually be a funny opening line, though. If a
But
woman
see, that's
comes,
I use comedy, and I would definitely always talk about. I'd be like, I like your fade, like.
That's fly. though.
Where'd you
That's-
go?
I would have laughed on that.
Now, that's dope.
If
That's
I had
dope. Like you
him.
said, like he said, you're not. It's not talking to him. You know, feeling on him and
No-
try to
no
make it
compliments.
physical. Y'all just having fun, so that's dope.
No compliments how he looks, no touching. Oh, you look nice today.
No,
and all-
I don't
Because you
touch.
know, when,
all
if a
that.
woman touch
even
you,
without touching, just saying it. Oh, you look nice today. But
So if I just strolled up to you
him,
and be like, "Hey, how you doing tonight? Can I buy you a drink?"
that's a
And
little
then
bit.
start a
Can
conversation.
I buy you a drink just like that?
that's different. That's a unicorn right there.
That's
But
a little hard body. I think. Hey, how you doing? You look nice. Can I buy you a drink? I'm like,
No, there's no compliment because y'all just made it clear.
Yeah.
Definitely don't do that.
Put that on the
I need
outlaw.
your head to be able to leave the club entrance just like you came.
yeah.
Mm-mm. But I'm saying, like, I would do that
ain't nothing wrong with that. Personally, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
there's nothing
because
wrong
I'm
with
from
it.
New York.
It's
Okay,
okay.
let's be clear. I'm from New York.
True that.
That is a big, big city. You know how many times I've been on a train and I'll see a fine guy, stare at him for 6 whole stops until he gets a 149th Street Grand Concourse, and then he is gone out of my life forever.
But you had
Forever.
you had the exact streets though.
I'm just saying that's usually where everybody get off.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
usually where everybody get
thought
off.
you
You
meant
make
it
it
was
past 125th, the next stop you getting off
Yeah.
is Grand Concourse.
Okay,
and I
true
lived
that.
on Prospect. It was very rare that I rode all the way to Prospect with somebody. He is gone out of my life forever. Now all I'm thinking about is what ifs.
What if
them old school wanted ads. I saw you on the one train.
So at this point in my life, I'll be like, listen, if I see a good looking guy, I'm gonna approach him.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, honestly. I think it would be flattering, you know what I'm saying, to have a woman approach me, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Shit.
Yeah, because I mean, if you want to talk about double standards and stuff, it's like, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it all depends on how you approach it.
Right.
Don't come up, like I said, don't come up to me like complimenting me, touching my body. Even not touching my body is just it makes me think like, oh, she wants it.
being that it's just so out of the ordinary, I would think it was a setup. That's just where I stand.
I feel you.
I'd be like, when do girls do this?
You
I'm
always
gonna
think
start
it's something
I was
That's
about to
you.
say, he's thinking the worst. Like somebody about to give him
gotta
some
think like-
roofing, and then that's it. He gonna wake up like Hangover 4.
Paranoia is good to have, despite what people may think sometimes.
It is.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes it
dang,
can save
everybody
your
ain't a
ass.
monster.
A lot of people
I don't know.
though.
I'm in Orlando where they shoot up clubs in there. So for one, I'm not even gonna be in there. But just hypothetically, if I was,
that was dangerous.
Because it's just like, when do females do that? I would think you'd be like, you would think about it if you're like you really was like, hold up, like, is everything good with the situation? Like, when do females offer guys drinks? I would just feel like it was a setup. Like maybe there's some guys around the corner, they're trying to get me drunk enough to jump me. I don't know.
Right.
I would think something like that.
But like, I'll take it.
Dang.
Toss it to the side.
Well, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out because I'm tired of waiting on men.
What do y'all think out there? Leave your response in the comments. Let us know what y'all think.
Please, ladies.
No doubt.
Let us know what y'all
Please.
think. This is Now 50 ENT Radio.
They can do it like me. Remix. Like me. Like me. If you got a lot of haters, throw your hands up. When they see you doing good, why they act up? They can do it like me. 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 RBG, they can hit me all they want, cause they know I am that guy. They gon' talk behind your back, spread my wheels and watch me fly. Go and get it, that's the motto, what you waiting for. Can't be scared if it's really what you made of.
Pull up, starting in the Range Rover. Money long, bank account, make a bend over. They don't do it like me. Pull up, hop out, no line, straight to the VIP. So much money on me. A young niggas in the club, they don't need ID. They don't do it like me. Baby, go and get your friends, everything on me. I got about 100 bottles in my section, 100 models, no flexing. No, I'm not a cop, no arrest. All we do is sex them, then get them back to the tail and undress them. I know why they hating on me. I'm getting to the money, laughing to the bank like it's funny. Whoa, if you leave your girl around me, you get her back in the morning.
If you got a lot of haters, throw your hands up. I don't care about them, I just throw them bands up. When they see you doing good, why they act up? I ain't tripping, my mind on this cash, bruh. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. They can do it like me. 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 They can hate me all they want, cause they know I am that guy. They gon' talk behind your back, spread my wheels and watch me fly. Go and get it, that's the motto, what you waiting for. Can't be scared if it's really what you made of.
I'm from the south side, I hope you got yours, cause I got mine. Full speed, fast lane, running stop signs. I be in the cut with the team, smoking Popeye. Hella faded and you hate it cause you not I ball player, flow, cause Saltayo. We sipping that black label and calling it Darth Vader. I'm smoking that good kush, I roll it in raw papers, I give her that good. I bet you she call later, these haters don't face me. I'm running like AP, they really gon' hate me. I've been poppin' since 18, I'm rapping HDMG cause I ride with that 18. There can never be another, you couldn't replace me. Put in word like amigo, pockets on Don Vedo. These haters I never see them, I think they incognito. My flow is so hella cold that I'm spitting that Sub-Zero. And when they say that they poppin', this what I'm gon' tell
people. They can do it like me. 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 They can hate me all they want, cause they know I am that guy. They gon' talk behind your back, spread my wheels and watch me fly. Go and get it, that's the motto, what you waiting for. Can't be scared if it's really what you made of. They can do it like me. They can do it like me.